round 4 of the FS. Only we have Not Your March from Hungary just stepped into the tunnel. So this round for everybody at home.
What is the draw on this one? Let's dig it out in our paperwork for you. We've got the female teams, and then we've got the open teams. We've seen 3. We saw some amazing stuff going on in the last round. In the last round, Ray.
Yeah. So this round in the FS and FS female is 5, 6, 10, 18.
Yeah.
So it's again a bit more of a technical round than probably the last one. It has a slot switcher in it, and it has 3. It's a triple blocker. So it's going to be again one of those rounds that's going to suit the more trained teams.
I used to find 18 a complete nightmare, and it shouldn't be that difficult, really, should it? We used to always over-rotate, miss that catch.
It's that thing, isn't it? If your pieces aren't in sync, whatever the 2 pieces are doing for block 18, again, you've got to do it together.
Yeah, you're doing a 2-way over here and a 2-way over there.
There's a lot of talk of how much you should turn it, how much rotation there should be, whether you should shear it
flat or whether you do it vertical.
Cogging. I used to cog 18s like many a moon ago, and that was quite nice, and verting it just seemed to add difficulties to everything.
Let's see what these Spanish girls are doing now. So here it comes. Here it is. So.
And they're verting it.
Verting it.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Stretching for that catch, but she got it.
It's good to see.
So you could see there was a potential for that to get away from her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You just have to stretch a little bit for that catch. Let's see it again now. It's just after this on the next block on this 18. Here it comes. She's going to stop it.
Not quite. Just went slightly past it.
Yeah. There's a big potential, isn't there?
Exactly.
6. We love it. Another boogie block.
And of course, this is all slot switched. So, as you're going through, because block 10 is a slot switcher.
Yeah.
So that means that it puts the pieces in their opposite slots. So it might not look as clean, depending on who's flying that slot, if it's not as well trained.
It's a mind bender.
It is.
Think we'll see you back in 4-way at some point, Ray, or do you think you're done with it?
No, I'm not done with it. Never say done with it. Ever.
Never. Here's a check, girls.
Hurricane
Factory Chicks.
The 2 chicks teams, one after the other. One from Prague and one from
check.
Warsaw. These guys they're quite a well-trained team.
Yeah, and that's that end of that 18 is just slots into place like it's
their 6s
in grooves.
Are amazing.
Yeah.
The important thing, I guess, for block 10 is as you're closing block 10, that it closes it well forward of the formation. Sometimes you want to see something, especially if you're on that side of it, but you need to make sure you step forward.
Because otherwise you're pushing it back all the time.
Yes, that's right. Which doesn't give you a very good setup for the next block.
Yeah. Let's see. Here it is now. So let's watch. Keep it forward. It's going back a bit there, wasn't it? It was crushing the back wall a little bit.
And it's crucial because block 18 really needs a good setup.
It's 2 long pieces.
Exactly. Yeah, you got it, Regan. You remember your FS?
I do. I still do a bit,
Competing at all?
I'm not competing, but I'm doing a lot of load organising. I was just down in Skydive, Spain. Had a great time down there for the Christmas boogie. 85 jumps in 13 days. That was awesome.
Wow.
After this, I'm off to Costa Rica organising, get the player on the party on the player boogie. That's going to be a good time too. So somebody said, "What's your job?" I said, "I get paid for falling and talking." That's what I do. Here we go. There he goes. Great stoppers. Almost a little bit too short on the end of that one. Almost on top of the other team. Or the other pair.
It can happen, and that can lead to its own issues, really. See, to be fair, this is probably one of the most technical rounds, if not the most technical round. People groan, when you talk about triple blockers, they're like, oh, you have to work through them. But then all random rounds are just as technical, but for different reasons.
Yeah, you can't get carried away with it, can you?
Exactly. If you gave me the opportunity, I'd rather take a triple blocker than an all random round.
Yeah.
Because it's just, once you get it wrong, it's just like, but for this, you can work through it. It's 3 blocks. You can work through the energy, you can work through the momentum, and one team might not get that many points on you if you make a mistake here or there.
I get too excited on randoms. Giddy. Keying everything.
Yeah, it's all about team speed. Team speed.
It's all about me. Key. On point. There we go.
Next in, we should have NFTO, I believe.
Yes. Not for the ordinary, which is a clothing brand.
Yes, that's right.
It's obviously still sponsored, I take it.
Yes.
Not a t-shirt off
Oh,
them yet.
I wasn't sure entirely about the sponsorship because I thought the gentleman that runs NFTO was actually stopping the bike sponsorship.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about the skydiving team, but I'm sure somebody will let us know
Yeah.
what's going on with NFTO as they still have their sponsors.
Keep your messages coming in, everybody watching around the world on the live stream. It's good to hear from you and take photographs as well of where you are and what's going on. And it's great to have the whole world coming together for a skydiving Winternull event.
This is good. You can tell these girls are working through it. It's not going to be the fastest round out there. But, they've just missed the catch of that grip. It's again the commentator's curse. Missed the catch of the 18 there. That's out of time. NFTO. So next in we should have Team Women in France. Technique on that block 10. The back piece.
Oh, what
missed the
happened
catch
there? Missed the catch. And seems to take a long time trying to
And
figure
she
it
was
out.
shaking her head as she came round as well. Goes to show you have enough time to shake your head on a triple blocker.
I want to say a big good morning to everybody here in the tunnel as well. We keep talking about the people on the live stream, but we've got all the people here in the tunnel watching the action. Good morning to you all. Nice to have you here.
That was Team Women in France. I think the team NFTO might have picked them on that round as well. It's going to be tight.
It is tight at the top.
So next in we have the French girls.
Almost champions in their own right, these girls.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's some information coming through from our friends. So they're not sponsored this year, NFTO. But they're owning the brand going forward.
Nice catches on those 18s.
Message through from Gareth there over in the Middle East. Thanks for your details. Any more tidbits of information that you've got? If you're watching, let us know. Give us a shout out on Facebook. You can give my channel or Ray's channel or the channel of Win Games, of course.
It's great, actually. It's like it's a triple blocker, but they make it look so easy.
Looks like randoms.
Yeah. That's a nice round.
Well done. All right. Moving on.
Moving on, and now we have the start of the Open.
As always, beginning with Alacrán,
Alacrán.
España.
From Spain.
Vivas España. Somos cuatro aquí. Here comes the key. Here's the entrance into the tunnel. And beginning of that 6. Levels a bit on the end of the 6 there.
Yeah, I think this team won't be putting too much vertical moves
Ooh.
into their block work as they're just learning everything.
Yeah. It's important to stop all momentum on the... I mean, remember John McGyver teaching me back in the day with my first four-way team, any block move, I know you want to go fast, but you got to stop. It's got to be stopped. Have a good shape before you start the next block.
It's all about carrying momentum through, and
Yeah.
if you're not ready, it's always going to be a bad start to the next block.
Yeah.
And especially for a triple blocker like this, is the case that if you carry the least amount of momentum, it means you're going to get a good start to the next block.
Yeah.
And let's face it, you're going to have to work through this dive anyway.
There you go. Go on, applause.
I
They're happy
think they're
with that.
pleased. They're pleased with what they did there. Go. Good job, Team Alcan.
It's great to have some Spanish teams showing up and competing in this prestigious event.
Representing.
Yeah. And of course, they've got to perform, be the champions for the World Meet coming up in Montreal. So they need the FAI team, the national teams. That's why all the tunnels now are doing the national championships, isn't
Exactly. Yeah. No, we have. It's good that they've actually done that now. So you know, have a set time for when you know you need to be ready for to compete to be selected, which is quite important. So next in we have Team Amprap from France, one of the 7 French teams. I believe this has Manu in the team, Manu Sarrazin.
I was talking with Gareth there and Rich Rust. We've been chatting a little bit about, there's a little bit of controversy there. Who's the English team? Who's representing Great Britain? And
I think it's been decided pretty much. We had the British Parachute Association's AGM or Expo.
Indeed, we did.
And there was a little bit of talk from Martin Salisbury about introducing tunnel events and whether it should be guided by the BPA or not. Whether they should have any influence, but now it's definitely done. The selection for the tunnel competitions or world tunnel competitions will be done at Bedford at the challenge, and then there is a separate meet for the dynamic as well for selection.
Okay, moving on.
So next in we have Team Aladdin from Hungary.
Yes, we do. So now, we do have the FAI involved in tunnel meets, and we've had the 2 events, one in Prague in the Czech Republic, and then the event in Poland we had last year at the end to finish off the competitive season. Next up, Montreal, and then after that, Bahrain.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting. Fly in Warsaw was an amazing event. It was great to see so many teams competing and representing their country in an indoor event.
Fly spot.
Sorry, yeah. I always get confused with tunnel names. I should just say wind tunnel in this location.
Yeah.
It was good. It was great to go to Fly Spot and actually witness that and talk about it with you, Egan.
And with you, Ray, as well. Always good to have you on the team. Don't forget, coming up, 2 members. We got Lee, Sander, Emma are going to be joining us this afternoon. Now, 2 members of this entourage of speakers of tunnel events worldwide.
Yeah, lots of speakers. Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, normally we have Anna and Domi as well with the dynamic stuff, but they're competing too.
Yeah, they've decided to get back in the tunnel and actually fly it.
Emma's turn to shine.
Exactly, and she will. So next in we have Team Jetmax from Belgium.
Yeah.
Nice block technique. These guys understand that this is a working dive and they're being very deliberate in their blocks and their catches and not carrying any momentum through.
They are the big stops.
A little bit ahead of the curve there on the front for that 18, but they're making it work. I mean, you can see the evolution of how you get faster just by not having the energy in the closes of the blocks. You can see how it can work going faster. So you start at this pace and then you gradually ramp it up as you go through your training.
That 10 again, moving it forward, keeping it, in the centre, that front piece. Oh, there they go, out the door. Look like they've turned the block as a left.
Team Jetmax. So next in we have the Air Force team from Spain.
Yeah.
Papaya Masculino. They've had some strong rounds. The round 1 not so good, but they've been getting stronger. So those first round 1 nerves have gone. I can't believe we're already on round 4.
I know, it's incredible. This morning is going to take us up to the end of round 5 for the VFS. And we're scheduled for about 12:25, where we should have a break, half an hour, and that's going to bring us back to the afternoon live presentation at 13:10 with the first round of solo speed.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. After that, we've got the 4-way speed, round 1, the 2-way dynamic, and the freestyle as well. That's going to be your afternoon action here at Wing Games 2017.
Yeah, I know. I'm really looking forward to watching some of these events, and I'm really privileged to be able to talk about something I love and also watch something I now love.
Yeah.
So it's great. And that was Team Papaya Masculino from Spain.
It was. Don't forget those hashtags. Hashtag more than a tunnel. Hashtag Wing Games 2017 and hashtag choose your battles wisely. We are live to the world here from Ampere Brava and Win Games 2017.
Next in, we've got Team Airheads Real Fly from Switzerland in nice, very bright red suits and white helmets. Yeah, this side-on view is a really good actually way to see how those levels actually work in both in Block 10 and in Block 18. Nice and smooth. These guys are exhibiting a really good block technique. Great to see. Letting it go a little bit towards the end of the round, but super flying, super nice flying. I mean, they're treating it with the respect that it deserves as a triple blocker, but they're actually really working hard and throwing some good energy into it as well. Yeah. That was a good round from Airheads Real Fly from Switzerland.
Just, we were talking about the VFS before there, Ray, and we chatted with Jason Russell from STC Core, and he said, let's not forget about Fly Station VFS from Russia as well. He said they're a very good team. They were unable to beat this comp, but there will be a challenge for STC Core this year, and for sure a good fight for the 2018 World Meet, and they're working very hard, and it's a shame they're not here now, but you know, we mustn't just think that STC Core is walking all over it. Fly Station VFS, they're training hard and they're going to be biting at the tail.
Excellent. Looking forward to watching that competition as it unravels. So now in the tunnel we have, I believe we have Team Sky 4 from Poland.
So it's interesting stop at the top of the VFS there, isn't it, with Fly Station VFS. We've seen them flying really hard.
We saw them, I think we saw them in Poland, right?
Yeah.
And they look like a really good team.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get all these teams at the tunnel at the same time. So it's a good point pointing out that, you know, they're by STC Core, that, you know, they do have competition, and I'm sure they're looking forward to having that competition as well.
I think as well, if you're not a multi-millionaire, there's that many events worldwide, it's difficult to do them all.
Exactly. It's really hard. You got to choose your competition. So when I spoke to Omni, the UK VFS team, I was like, well, we really have to choose where we go, because, you know, it's not like we don't have money to go everywhere, and they have to make the choice between training for Montreal or coming over here. And they said that, you know, they know pretty much where they're going to end up in the leaderboard, so it's very hard for them to make that effort to come here.
Some of these teams now, Ray, like the NFTOs, I mean, I don't want to pry into their personal details, but a team of that standard, what would you estimate their budgeting per year to be where they are?
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I have probably a number in my head from when I competed at a team, and it was probably like 100 grand a year. You know,
what, per team?
Per team.
Right, so 25 grand each?
Yeah, pretty much, you know, so it's
a big disposable income, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, and I'm sure, like, you know...
We have to work all weekend for that.
Exactly. Well, you only have to work a few hours, Regan, surely.
But it's a lot of money, to put aside.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time and effort as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you don't have a sponsor, or, you know, you can't plug away at it full time, you've got to always find that balance between your own personal time, having a job that can pay for it, and trying to find a sponsor if you can in any shape, form or size.
Well, have we got any big businesses watching this live stream? We are out to the whole world last year, over 210 million online views. So if you do want to get behind any of these teams, you know, there's a little bit of sponsorship opportunity for you. Anyway, back to the action, Ray.
So I think we've got one of the Chamal teams in at the moment. And I think it's Chamal Loutre, I believe.
I do too.
It's great. I like it. So we mentioned so many times, on numerous occasions, we have 7 French teams, but you could see in the open category, but you can see that, you know, there's little internal battles going on in between all of the French teams. So that's great. You know, that's what keeps them ticking. That's what keeps them, you know, keeps them ticking over. That was Chamal Loutre. So next in, I believe we have Chamal. So from all of the Chamal teams I've seen so far, I think Chamal Loutre looks like the stronger team.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see the scores when they come up. I'm not entirely sure about the seeding that's happened for this event, but I think
Yeah, we are trying to get some of the scores. We'll get the scores to you as soon as we have them. I think they're available online, but we're going to try and get them printed out as well so we can give you those scores. We're almost halfway through the competition, so we want to try and get some scores to you. All right, okay, bright B-coloured weight belt there, right?
B-coloured weight belt and B-coloured suit. Except I think it's actually yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, yeah, not yellow and black. I can't tell if my eyes are deceiving me.
The weight belt's got black in it.
Ah, there you go. That's where it's confusing.
Just coming up on, just got 11:30 in the morning, sun breaking through here in Ontario Bravo. It's the Win Games 4th edition, 2017.
That was Team Shamal Shamal. So next in, we should have Monaco Tunnel Team from Monaco.
Just getting some results here, Ray. After 2 rounds, there's the females for you. What have we got from 5th place up?
So from 5th place, we have joint 5th place. So the Hurricane Factory chicks and the Fly Spot chicks are tied at 19 on a 19 average. Team NFTO are currently 1 point behind women in France. They're on 14. The women in France on 41, and in the lead, 49 points is the French girls.
And that's after 2 rounds, isn't it? We're into the 4th round now. For the in the Open, we've just got the 1 round score so far. What's happened after 1 round in the Open, Ray?
That's interesting. So Wimby are ahead by 1 point after round 1.
Oh, sorry, in 5th place. We've got tied 5th place. We've got.
Between Qatar Tigers and Gavroche, it's tied for on 23 points. And in 4th place, Team Ninja 4. And then the French Open team, Real Fly Sion, in 3rd place on 25. In 2nd place, Hayabusa on 28. And in 1st place, Team Wimbledon, 29.
So on the 1 round there, we had Hayabusa with 28 and Wimby with 29. So they just took that slight lead after 1 round. They've done 3 rounds already. We're not quite sure what's happening in those next 2 rounds. We'll get the scores as soon as we have them. But that's the result so far. Currently in lead with the female category, the French girls. Yeah,
as expected, the French girls are out in front after 2 rounds, and it's pretty close between the women in France and the NFTO girls. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after a few more rounds.
And in the VFS?
And the VFS, it's as pretty much as we expected, but it's tight between them. So in 5th place, we have the Skyrider Speedfly.
After 2 rounds, yes?
Sorry, after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Getting confused with the number of rounds between them. The team from Poland, they are in 5th place on 39 points after 2 rounds. And then it's tight between 3rd and 4th. So in 4th place, we have Windor on 40 points. And in 3rd place, we have Team Amudi on 41 points. And then up ahead, we have Team Flyspot Definition of 45 points in 2nd place. And out there in the lead at the moment is STC Core on 55 points after 2 rounds.
And you can keep track of all these scores as well if you look online on the Facebook page of Win Games 2017. You can find all the information there. And on In Time Scoring as well. They've got their website. You can look at what's going on and get yourself right up to date with the scores. Back to the live action with Ray Ahmed. Just waiting for the next team to line themselves up.
Now we have Team 4Motion from Poland.
Here they go, in the tunnel.
Yep,
That first
straight into
block,
that
straight in that
launch.
number 6. Bit of separation there on that block, but still looking good.
Yeah, looking good. I mean, they showed some good block technique on the previous round. Need to find out how much training these guys are doing and what they're planning for the future. Team 4Motion from Poland. So next in we have Team Chimera from the UK.
And round 4, this is for them now. 5 rounds we're going to have this morning from the FS.
It's a nice start. A bit of a hesitation there. The close of the block wasn't the best. These guys have been flying together for some time now, so they've done quite a bit of training in the tunnel, so they've got to know each other quite well.
And they skydive as well, don't they?
They do skydive as well, yeah. There's a good round from Chimera.
Just looking out in the tunnel now, Ray. It is again getting busier and busier. It's a full house here from the bar all the way down to the door. A very good morning to everybody who's watching the competition. It's great to have you along here in the tunnel and worldwide as well. Ray Ahmed.
Yeah, and the scores will be flashing up, I think, on everybody's screens at home as well. And you can see what's going on with the scores as the judges are scoring and it's coming through. So in the tunnel now we have Ninja 4.
Getting off to a fast start, Ray.
Yeah, pretty much. Triple blocker, though, it's not going to be the fastest one in out there. Working dive, as we like to call them, working dives.
For people here in the tunnel watching the action, just by the bar, we've got the screen there with all the scores rotating through. So if you want to keep a check of what's going on, if you're here live at the tunnel, you can see the screen by the bar. And the people watching worldwide, you've got all the information on the Facebook page of Windor 2017 and In Time scoring as well. Check it out all there.
It's a good round from Ninja 4.
So this morning's all about the formation skydiving. We're going to be going to the end of round 5, Ray, and then this afternoon we start with the dynamic and the freestyle events.
Yeah, indeed. Next in we should have Team Tenanin from Mauritania.
We will have a break after the 5th round of formation skydiving.
Oh, the stretchy close that first block. So in the tunnel now we have team from Mauritania, Tenanin.
They're looking good. They're looking faster than before.
They are, yeah, they're looking pretty good. Again, it's hard to tell on the triple blocker, like, because you can't see, we're getting different camera angles as well, so it's hard to see if what the closes of the blocks are actually like.
Yeah.
For those of you at home as well, I guess flipping between the two different camera angles can be quite tricky to understand exactly what we're seeing.
So we've got some scores there from after 3 rounds. 3rd place, NTFO on 68 points, and the female 2nd place just flipped off the screen, but you can check it all out at home there with the scores. They are rotating through. But NTFO, after 3 rounds, 3rd place.
3rd place, yeah. So I got that one wrong. I thought that on that round 3 that NFTO had scored a little bit higher than that. It's been interesting to know if there are any busts in there, or that it's just slow.
Now the last round we saw from this team was incredible. What can they make of these 3 blocks? Fast moves there on that.
Yeah. They look fast as well. I mean, they, you know, because it's just there's so much good energy going into everything that they do that it just looks super fast. I guess it's that entire thing of, like, you know, having to use a lot of body input means you have to have a lot of stops as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're working super hard.
And winging yourself round close to those walls like they are, it takes a lot of confidence, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. A lot of faith in your teammates as well.
Yeah. Good angle here from that side view.
Yes, it's very good.
As it changes to the bottom view.
That was a good round, and it drew a round of applause from the crowds. All
right, so that was a good That was a good masterclass of throwing yourself around in the airflow there with these
good, eh?
ABB engines powering them through.
It's a good thing they've got Perspex walls to stop them from hitting the other side of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So next in we have Team Gavroche.
Yeah, nice view here now on the side view, looking at the separation and the top view as well. Remember the two views we want really, the top and the side?
I think the top view is really good for watching if it's a really fast round, if there are any busts and anything else like that. But the level view, watching here, is really good to watch some of the slower rounds like this one for a triple blocker to actually see where the levels actually are and how much momentum they're carrying through in the blocks.
Ooh, working hard. Working hard on the stop there.
They are, yeah. That was like Team Gavroche. Next in we got the Qatar Tigers. Let's see if they can. They had a pretty poor round 3.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can bring it back in round 4.
It's all too exciting, Ray. There's just all too much going on. We're trying to look at the action, look at the scores, trying to see who's coming up next. Qatar Tigers, here we go, end of round 4 for these guys.
Keeping my fingers and my toes crossed from a good round from these guys.
Yeah, they're ready for it, eh?
Yeah.
Again, keeping that piece forward. It was crushing them against the wall a little bit there at the end of the 10.
It's all that thing you want to look, you want to see so much so you're ready to move forward to the next point. But, you know, if you can't, if your body's taking you, your inertia's taking you outside of it, you won't be able to get there.
Yeah.
But, you know, your brain tells you one thing and your body does another. So it's hard.
It's the confidence to take it so far forward as well.
Exactly. The close of the 10, for the front piece. Reaching there a bit for the grip. Oh dear.
Oh.
That's broken down for me.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's out of time.
Not a good start for them this morning, these guys.
No, I mean, hopefully maybe after today they have a reset. They had a good, I mean, it might have been out of time towards the end.
But Weeby and Hayabusa were fumbling a little bit on the last one too.
Yeah.
Everybody just needs to settle down a little bit.
I think so, yeah. I feel that this year's it's a funny one. I think everybody's feeling some pressure. Maybe because it's that first meet.
The first meet of the year.
Yeah, definitely. It's in the tunnel now. We have Wimby.
Here we go. Now then. Come on, let's see this. Very confident start there, Ray.
Yeah. Straight into that 6. That's a nice 10. Good technique. Awesome to watch.
All right.
There's silence. Just watching them work. It's great work from Wimby. You can tell there's a lot of energy in their flying.
Yeah, that end of that 10 there was coming down at 45 degrees for the end of that block. Wow.
Fantastic. It's a good round from Team Wimby.
I've noticed this last year with all the competitions we were doing, Ray. Now, there seems to be a lot more dynamic flying coming into this four-way. There's a lot more kind of almost knee flying and angle flying. You know, it's not so much on the belly anymore, is it, with the top teams?
Yeah, I mean, it's
especially
funny.
the French.
Exactly, the French have led the way in that kind of like way of flying. Let's see if Hayabusa are doing the same.
Yeah, get on level pick up.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
We've moved on from that.
Right, here comes Hayabusa. Wow, what a start.
Go. I think there's a distinct difference between watching Hayabusa fly and watching Wimby fly in the sense that there's so much more activity in like body parts for Wimby. Hayabusa,
this is more traditional.
This is more traditional, you know, and we know that there's efficiency in it as well. So you know, you can think one is scoring loads more points because it's noisier, but that was very quiet. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and a bit of a...
I've got it wrong before.
Yeah, a nice reaction there from the crowd in the tunnel. It is the end of round 4 here at the Wing Games 2017. We'll be back in the next 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm here with Pete Allum, and we're gonna have some questions for him. So you've been doing indoor skydiving for a long time, right? How much has it changed since when you first started and now?
An awful lot. I've been jumping for 38 years, but I've been on drop zones for about 45, 50 years because my mum and dad were skydivers. So things have changed from old military equipment to brand new sport stuff. And with tunnels, things have gone through the roof.
How is outdoor skydiving different from indoor skydiving?
It's a different sport. We use the tunnel to help us get even better for outdoor skydiving, and it is an event on its own, but they're two very different things. Very different, yeah.
So you enjoy a lot of different sports. Do different sports help you with indoor skydiving?
Yeah. I think being fit for indoor skydiving is very important because it's physically taxing and mentally taxing as well. So if you have a certain level of fitness, it's going to help you out for sure.
What other sports do you like?
Triathlon, surfing, snowboarding, those are my favorites.
So you're also a coach. How is coaching very difficult, and how is it for different people?
It's not difficult for me because I love my sport. I absolutely adore it. So if I get paid to talk about what I love, I'm super happy. Yeah.
Is it hard to get through people with coaching, or is it different for everyone?
It's different for everyone, but I work with a captive audience because the people that I work with, they want to learn skydiving, they want to learn tunnel flying.
What age of people who you work with do you usually work with?
Anything from as young as my daughter, who's 14, to as old as 60s, 70s, the whole way through.
Which age group do you think is easier to work with?
It's not the age, it's the person.
All right, thank you.